From high on the hilltop in Big D.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on a TCU head coach. My rule is the end of the game.
SMU! The freaking Pony Express, man!
SMU, they better be in the dang playoffs.
You are listening to the Mustang Mood Podcast. Yes, you are. Welcome to the Midweek Mood version of the Mustang Mood Podcast. I'm Jay Keeler, along with Yannick Land and Benjamin De Leon, the governor, as we call him here on the pod. And we're excited about homecoming week. It's going to be a exciting time. We got Miami, top 10 team coming to Gerald J. Ford Stadium. What should be an exciting game with a little bit less on the line than we thought maybe a couple weeks ago than would be on the line, but should be a good time no matter what. 11 a.m. kickoff for the Mustangs and the Hurricanes this Friday. Spread opened at 9.5, and I see now that it's 12.5 in favor of Miami. So, interesting game this week. But first, Yannick's joining us now, and we want to get his take on what happened on Saturday. Yeah. Yannick, tell me about it.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't be on the pod, though I did watch the whole game. It was, I will say this, it was truly a spectacle because I've actually never seen two teams want to lose a game more than I did on Saturday. It was the worst game of football I've ever seen played on a collegiate level, where it made me very sad. I was, as Jay knows, very excited for this week. I thought we would do everything that we did to Wake Forest on defense that we did. I just never expected our offense to decide to implode on itself. Because SMU's, frankly, we have some pieces that should be able to do stuff. And, CJ had his worst game. Derek McFall had his worst game. Kevin probably had his worst game. It was just, I think even Brinson had his worst game. It was just everyone had their worst game. It was really, really bad. Yeah. So, all that being said, it's for us to do anything against Miami this upcoming week. We probably played a D- game on offense and maybe a B game on defense, B+, somewhere in the B range on defense. But for us to beat Miami, we have to be an A game on both fronts. And so far, we have yet to put together a game with an A on both sides. So, with that, I have retempered. Hope is a dangerous thing, and I got way too much of it last week. So I've retempered my expectations, and I'm just excited to see some football next week. Or I say next week, this week. I'm excited to see some football on Saturday and just try to enjoy it as best I can. That's my take on it.
Yeah, instead of a kind of a role of two competitors, now SMU's firmly in that spoiler role. Of trying to kind of upset Miami's season.
Again,
heard a lot.
Because we ruined it last year for them by keeping them out of the ACC championship. So we could be Miami's nightmare team. We may not
Miami
do much.
ruined it for themselves last year. You got to beat Syracuse.
Yeah, they should have beat Syracuse, but
that's pretty. That was their own fault.
It was, but we helped keep them out. We sealed the deal.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just excited for football this weekend. It should be fun. It's homecoming. Definitely disappointed. It's 11 a.m. kickoff, and super disappointed. I'm of the firm belief that we would have had game day if we would have beat Wake Forest, and I think that's proven by who's joining us on campus this Saturday. Josh Pate will be on the sidelines. Pate State.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So, I think it's definitely disappointing. There was a lot on the table. Not saying the ACC huddle is not great, but I'd much rather be on College Game Day, finally get our time to shine. But, hey, we'll save it for next year, and hopefully we may have a little bit of a better team to back that up.
Yeah, not that we have a ton of fans watching this right now, but this is our chance to put SMU again, like in the media sense for the layman, on the national map with Josh Pace coming. So let's not leave at the halftime, guys. No matter what's happening, let's not leave at half. Let's try to keep the stadium full all the way through and make a good impression on the national media that's going to be there today. Or not today, Saturday. I keep messing up my days.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people online, especially Miami fans, calling SMU Miami's JV team with how many Miami transfers we have. Also, I've heard a lot of them say that this is our Super Bowl because we've sold it out. I hate to burst their bubble, but we sold out Baylor and we sold out Syracuse as well, and sold out like every ACC game last year. And so they are not special. They're part of the new normal here in Dallas. But they are special in that it's homecoming and that they're a top 10 team coming to Ford, which is definitely a big opportunity for the team. Ben,
it would be Rhett's first top 10 win. If I understand that
that's
correctly.
true. That's true. Yeah, the last conference loss before Wake Forest was to number 9 Tulane, the year they won the Cotton Bowl, and so that was his last shot at it. He'll get another. Well, I guess other than Penn State, but we'll get another shot at it this weekend. And it should be a good time. Ben, what do you think of the 12.5 line? What do you think? Is that appropriate or?
I mean, I think that's fair. I would have said it's a little harsh. I would, if we beat Wake, even though really one game shouldn't make that big of a difference, I would assume like 7 to 10. I mean, it's not that far off, so I think it's fair based on what we put on display. Some other thoughts are, interestingly enough, looking at some of the statistics. We actually have the least points allowed in conference play. Second least to Miami. But we have scored 21 more points than Miami. Again, that might not mean anything. They've probably played a little bit slightly better schedule so far. Actually, they definitely have in the conference. And I know that I'm a Debbie Downer usually, but just want to be some hopium here. Maybe you can call it hopium or copium, whichever one you want. If all records were equal, because some teams have played more games than others, we technically will be tied for second in the ACC. So, and we have a fellow, obviously we play Louisville, who we're tied with. Duke plays, what did I just say? I said Duke.
We'd be tied for third because
No,
Virginia
tied-
and Georgia Tech are both undefeated.
Yeah, they're tied for first. So we're tied for second.
Oh, I see. I see.
Tied.
I think it's
But
technically still tied for third.
Okay, you're probably right. But the point is we only have one loss in conference play. I know, again, like I don't think we're good enough to make it to the championship game, but the people we are tied with, I mean, obviously we obviously have to win out if we have any chance, which would bring Miami to 2 losses, and then we would need Georgia Tech or Virginia to lose, one of them at least, to lose a game, and they both play a team that only has 1 loss in conference play. I think I'd said Georgia Tech plays Pitt and Virginia plays Duke, and then we play Louisville, who has 1 loss. So technically, there is a lot to play. Obviously, we have to beat Miami and Louisville at home, those are each individually are big asks, and we haven't shown anything to show that we could do that. But you never know. So again, Ted Lasso, it's the hope that kills. But why not? You know, it's Tuesday. Why not have, it's Taco Tuesday? I'm Hispanic. Why not have a little bit of hope today? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I got for now.
Why not? Because it hurts so much more. That's why not, Ben.
Yeah, that's true.
It just hurts more. The ACC, where it just hurts more.
I was in a pretty grumpy mood on Saturday afternoon, and Audrey comes home, and she's just like, I just don't get it. Why do you let yourself feel this pain? I was like, well, if you let yourself feel this pain, the highs are even higher. Like the lows are lows, but the highs are even higher. And so you don't get last season without this season. And honestly, we're still on track for, an 8-4 record, maybe 7-5 in our second year in a power conference. It's pretty darn good. So the other 2 new members of the conference are not likely going bowling. And so, I would say that we're above the curve still.
Actually, Cal's 5-3.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, but sorry, that doesn't really matter. But something I wanted to say based on what you said was my wife Lauren was talking to one of her cousins who, her and her husband are both A&M grads. So obviously, like they've experienced the lows and they're experiencing the highs right now. But they were talking, and she's like, honestly, I can't tell if Benjamin likes footballer hates it, and I was like, that's just the thing. Like when things are good, like there's nothing better. When things are bad, there's nothing more painful. But as the great Michael
Yep.
Scott once said, "There's no doubt about it. I'm ready to get hurt again. Let's go."
Well, we will be ready to get hurt on
Yes,
Saturday morning, but I'm not sure that we're all thinking we will get hurt. Yannick, you want to start us out with some score predictions?
Wait,
Well-
hold on. Sorry. Before we do that, I just wanted to say, since we haven't talked since then, I think we kind of figured we'd get an 11 a.m. kickoff at the post pod, but now that we know it for sure, any thoughts? I mean, I think we discussed in our chat, like, we kind of deserve, as much as we hate it, we kind of deserved it based on what we did. Any thoughts from y'all?
Yeah, there's no question. There's nothing else to say. When you
Yeah,
scrub it up like that, that's what you get.
It stinks. Our former member of the Mustang Mood, Brian Kim, would have a certain word for it. I won't say that here. Yeah, it stinks for homecoming. Obviously, having a homecoming parade at 7 a.m. or whatever it'll be at will not be super fun. But yeah, we're going to make the best out of it. And yeah, we 1,000% deserve it. Nothing that we did on the field last week deserved anything other than a loss and embarrassment this week. So
Fair.
Yeah. Well, in terms of predictions, I know you said not everyone's expecting us to get hurt. I'm expecting us to get hurt. I think that the spread is too low. I think it should be at least 2 touchdowns. I do not see how we keep this game within 2 touchdowns. In fact, I actually think it's completely within the realm of possibility for us to lose by 20. And I usually think of myself as the more level-headed one in the less moody one of the Mustang Mood. But Miami's defense, as Ben alluded to, is actually quite good. And Wake Forest's defense is actually a good defense. That's something that not a lot of people give. When we went into the game, we kind of thought of it as a gimme game. Their offense is terrible, but their defense is actually pretty decent. I think they have the best run defense in the ACC. Miami's defense is better than Wake Forest. So, are we going to score more than 12 points against them? I don't know. Maybe. But is Miami going to drop 35 on us? Yeah, absolutely. If we're going to beat Miami, we have to score probably 40 points. And so, I don't see how we score 40 points because Miami's also not incompetent in the pass game, and they will completely take advantage of our secondary. And so I don't see how they don't score 40, and I don't see how we score more than 20. So that's my current position. So if I were to make a prediction right now, I'd say like Miami 42, SMU maybe 20, 21. SMU 20.
ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for
Not
me,
to bring down the mood.
no, I mean, hey, all moods are part of the Mustang mood, especially negative ones. But for
It's
me,
just you, Ben.
Ben has to put that in there to hedge against future down moods.
hey, I'm choosing to be positive today. I don't know why. Like I literally was so low on Saturday. I'm just choosing to have
I took all
have
your
my joy,
negative mood.
to have joy in the Lord. And yeah, I transferred to you, Yannick. I absolutely can see us losing by 3 or more touchdowns for sure. I think so I'm going to pick SMU because I'm biased. I don't actually think we're going to win this game, but just because, who
Wait,
cares?
you don't think we're
But
going to win this game, but you're picking us to win the game.
yeah, that's right. I'm going with my heart over my head. But
Oh, okay.
my thoughts on the game are, if I had to choose, any positives are, again, I know Wake Forest offense wasn't very good, but number one, I think our defense is slowly improving, which has been great, especially both on health and then in actual play. Obviously, the biggest weakness in our defense is that, obviously our secondary, but there's always like this one like back-breaking play that like one long pass, or obviously like we saw that 20-yard pass where the defensive backs just don't, like they're in position to make a play and they just don't, or they get burned, obviously. So I can see a lot of that with Miami. But we have been opportunistic with turnovers, and Carson Beck has showed he can turn the ball over at times. And I think that we could play with them in a shootout if everyone is healthy, which is a huge if, because we don't know if Kevin's going to be any healthier, and if he's not, I don't think we stand a chance. If somehow, some miracle, like in soccer when they spray that special spray on the players that get hurt and suddenly they're fine, if we can find some of that or the Michael Jordan basketball touch, I think we could have a chance.
Like secret stuff.
Yes. All of that doesn't seem likely because I do think we're pretty banged up, and I don't know. From what I'm looking at, I don't think we've seen any news on injury updates so far this week. I might be missing it, but so we'll know more soon. But again, it's hopium, so I think you just never know. So
Yeah, my heart's with you, Ben. My heart wants to pick SMU, but my head is saying the Ponies don't have enough to win this weekend. I do think we'll keep it close. I think that for the first time in ACC history, or for SMU ACC history, the stadium will stay full the whole game. I think we'll hit them in the mouth. We'll take an early lead, whether that's a field goal or a touchdown, and we'll have hope the entire game. But we'll lose by 3-7, somewhere in there. My final score prediction is a 37-31. Ponies have an opportunity to win it at the end, but can't finish. I think we're going to be able to start this week, which we weren't able to do in Wake, but I don't think we'll be able to finish. So that's my score prediction. If you have a score prediction, put it in the comments. We'd love to see it. We'll make fun of you when it's wrong, or we'll shout you out in the post-game podcast if you're right. Would love to see that down there.
Just for
I have a question.
anybody that's
Oh, go ahead.
wondering, actually, this is more of a fun stat than anything else. But if you look up the luckiest teams, because we have a friend that likes to talk about the luckiest teams in football, SMU is one of the more unlucky teams. We're in the bottom 25% of how unlucky we are in games. And Miami's in one of they're very lucky as a team. So maybe we could have luck on our side this time and even that out, Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. I mean, think about all the close games they had last year. Think about the Virginia Tech game. That was a replay review of a Hail Mary on a Friday night. That was nuts. Should have lost that game. They walked out a lot with a win. I mean, I could see something like that happening. We'll see. Maybe there's a little Ford magic.
magic. I have a question for you guys. Why did I have a question and I can't remember what it was?
While Ben thinks about his question, I want to tell you about the MustangMood.com. The MustangMood.com is the number one place to buy Mustang Mood merch. We may be the number 2 SMU sports podcast, but the MustangMood.com is the number one place to get Mustang Mood merch. Stripe Out game on Saturday. We've got both red and blue stuff in the store. So if you choose to participate in such events, you can go to the MustangMood.com. Or if you want to rebel, we have lots of other colors as well. So go to the MustangMood.com, check that out, and rep it on game days.
That's good. And I like the rebellious fans. I think a Mustang is a rebellious horse, right? It's like a wild horse.
It's a wild horse.
So be a wild horse.
It cannot be tamed.
Go get your rebellious Mustang Mood merch and wear it proudly.
Yeah. Also, if you see us on Saturday and you take a picture with us, post it to Instagram, we'll send you a code for 30% off. So if you see something, you're like, I don't know, come find us. We'll be on the Boulevard. I think, Yannick, you're going to make an appearance at the... Are we announcing this? Your appearance at the Moms and Dads Club Boulevard tent.
There. I'm going to say hi to anyone I can.
And if you know me, you know that I'll be both at Pigskin Review on Friday night, the Mustang Band's famous homecoming tradition of a great show on a Friday night, 7:15 in McFarland Auditorium. If you're looking for something to do on Friday night, be there. And I'll be at the Diamond M Club's Boulevard spot and at the probably at the Mustang Club spot as well with my son, taking him to his first football game this weekend.
Hey.
So excited about that.
Nice.
Hopefully he enjoys it more than Titus did for his first game.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I cannot remember what I was going to ask you guys, but
Post it in the comments afterwards, Ben.
yeah, if I remember. Dang it. And I had another thought, too, that I can't remember. Snap. I can't remember what I was going to say. I'm excited for the game, though. I didn't give a score prediction, though. I guess I'm going to go with 27. No. Sorry, that's too low. I'm going to go with 34-31 to the Stangs. Thunder on, roll Stangs, kick 'em Stangs, pony up, all the things.
Stop saying all those things. Just pony up.
Some of them are good.
That's all we need.
Just pony up. Yeah.
One of them is bad.
And we all know what that is.
Oh, also,
Awesome,
Summers. Check out SummersPetTreats.com. Thank them for sponsoring the show. All natural pet treats. So safe you can eat them. You probably shouldn't, but you can. Thanks to Summers Pet Treats and SMU alum, run and own all natural pet treats.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Thanks, everyone, for listening to this episode of the Midweek Mood.